Alright everyone, let me help you make your dashboard to stand out from the crowd using custom background, just like what you're seeing on your screen right now. So we have different pages right here. Can you see it? Something very beautiful. And lastly, we have this. So we have the dark version of what you have just seen, which is something like this. And as well, this one, then this one right here. And finally, we have this one. So all I'm going to show you is how to use, the shapes we have inside PowerPoint to make sure you create something as stunning and as beautiful as this. So if you want to learn with me, let's get into it. The very first thing you have to do is to make sure you clear off everything from here. So delete it. Once you have done that, it is time for you to actually start creating our background. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and make sure you format this background here. So go ahead and make sure you use this very black color right here. Once you have done that, you open up here, go to insert and click on shapes. And here we have this. I'm going to choose this very one right here, drag it down. I have something like this. The next thing is to turn it. I can just do this, but for me to have perfect turn, I want to go with rotate and rotate, flip vertically. So something like this would be cool. So I'm going to take this one to the edge here and stretch it to this particular, end, just like this. I can bring this down. Later, after all, we can adjust it. The next thing is for we to click over here and make sure we choose the white color. So we have some outline. To get the outline off, click on no line right here. Right. So we have gotten this done now. The next thing we have to do is to make sure we actually go over here and take the rectangle. So drag the rectangle down and fill it up to this particular end. So we want to make sure we have a black outline here, and we just take this one and keep it somewhere around here. So once we have done that, to be sure of our justification, we want to go over to shape format, align, and we align center. That is cool. This is what we have for the first time. So what we want to have here is actually an image. Let us quickly go here. So you can go black background images, right? Pick any one you want. But for me, I'm going to go with something like this. I already have it downloaded. Let's go ahead and pick it. So click on this one and click over to picture or texture fill. So we have it filled for us. So in case you don't have it filled automatically, click over insert and go over to from file. Then you choose whatever file or whatever image you have right on your PC. So this is what we have. So I'm just going to go ahead and adjust it a little bit like this. So if you look at it, we have some kind of blue outline. Click on it and remove the blue outline from it by going over to this line. There is no line. Okay, we have this. The next thing now is for me to take the rectangle again. Or still, if I want to be consistent, I can just delete this one and pick up this one, duplicate it, and bring this down and go over here and use solid fill. So for solid fill will give me black. Let me just change it to any color that will be visible for me. I'm going to keep on that one again. For this very one, let's see what the work would be. So the work of this one is to actually take a color that is closer to this color right here. So make sure you click on this one, go to home, and okay, not home. Click over here and pick the eyedropper, and let us select this particular color. This is nice. I'm gonna just bring it over here. Something like this will be cool, right? So let's see. Already, this looks nice. So once we have gotten this done now, on this one, I'm going to actually change it to this particular color and take it up to this level. So cover it up. And this time around, I'm going to turn this one to 70. So this looks well. That is it. So you can just play around with what you have right here and all of that. So I'm going to go with 74. 74 looks quite okay. I love this. So maybe your question would be like, why do we have this one right here? No problem. It's something very simple. So it's just that it creates something that you might not see easily. Let's go over here now and pick this color. Let's drag it down and fill up this level here. So I want to have here a black part, and below here a black part. And this time around, this one should go for this color, right? This is the color I really want to have here. There should be no line. Okay, it's about to make sense, a lot of sense indeed. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to actually go ahead and take a rectangle, the rounded corner one. So drag it down here. So once I have it dragged down, the next thing I do is for me to some kind of bring it here. So let us stretch this. Can you see it now? So we're going to take this up. Okay, then this one here should be maintained just like this. And this one now is going to be something very pure. So let's go with white color like this one. And we take off the outline. This is what we have. So it's making a lot of sense to you, right? Okay, what is the next way forward? The next way forward now is that this particular color right here is okay. It's really okay. Is it okay? It's not okay. It's too dark. So I'm going to change it. To change it now, I can actually move this one away like this and click on this one here and go over to here, pick up the eyedropper. I want where it's a bit not too dark. Okay, something like this will match what I'm looking for. So let us take it back. Can you see it now? This looks cool. It complements with the image we have, right? So once we have this, I want to have some kind of a sidebar right here. So before the sidebar, this one has extended beyond this white, this gray color. So I'm going to click on this one and just take this up a bit. Okay, until I have something like this. So you have to spend some time doing this particular formatting if you want to have something very great. So now what is next? Our sidebar. I'm going to take this rectangle here and start it from here and drag it all the way down here. Okay, this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do now, let's make it a bit like this. So it's a take normal rectangle without the one with corner and drag it down like this and just make it not too huge. Something like this would be cool. So deselect it. So select the first one you dragged in, which is this one. Hold your control key and select this one. Then go over to here and subtract. You now have this. So we take off the outline. We click on the white color. We have this white color and it doesn't make any sense. I believe you know that. Okay, let us try to make it look better. So now we go over to this particular effect, click on shadow and click over here and take the shadow that goes this way. And now we put something, we put it at maybe 90 or 90 something. Let's just look at how it looks. This looks better, but maybe we should actually go back here and 85 will be okay. This now look like what I'm looking for. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do right now is for me to actually say this time around, I want to actually reduce this. So take it up a bit and click over here and take this particular one up to this level. And over here, you want to go ahead and move this white up just like this. Okay. Now the next thing we have to do is to actually take a rectangle and drag the rectangle from here down to here like this. Can you see it now? So we're going to change it to the color we want to use. Let's go with this color and there should be no line for it. Let us quickly go over to the icons we have inside PowerPoint. If you're using the latest version, you should actually have those icons. Let's go with this one. And I'm going to go with this one here. So let's go with the shopping cart. Here we go. Now let's go with the map. So let's pick this very one here and click on OK. So now we can just reduce this to make it a bit smaller. So once we have this now, we can arrange it to actually match what we really want. So let's pick this one and keep it somewhere around here. So because it's the one that is actually visible, I'm going to make it a bit bigger. This is what I'm going to do. So for this one here, I'm going to keep it below it. So over here, I'm going to pick this one, keep it somewhere around here. And lastly, I'm going to drop this one around here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to have all of them selected. Let's go over to graphics formats and go to align and distribute vertically. This is great. The next thing I'm going to do is to click on these three here and make sure they're not that visible. So let's go over to here and let's go with this color. This is already looking beautiful, right? Okay, we have this. We need to actually have text and some kind of navigation at the top right here, which is something very simple that anybody can create. So this is what I'm talking about. As you can see, we have the company name or logo that for the company. So we have this dashboard, product, customer, and location. But I'm going to advise you that this particular top right here should be created inside Power BI so that mostly the navigation aspect right here could be dynamic. If you have been following me right on this channel, you would have known what I'm talking about. Okay, once we have this now, let's quickly go ahead and take this rectangle and drag it just like this. So let's keep it somewhere here and change the color to match this color. And let's go over to no line as well. Sorry, click on it and go over here to no line. So we have something like this. So we're not done yet. We have to bring in some cards. The first thing I have to do is to come over to here and take the rounded corner as well again. Drop it right here. And this time around, I'm going to reduce it and keep it somewhere around here and just adjust it to look just like this here. So once I have this now, what I want to use is white, and inside it, I want to just say no outline. So we go over to the top here under the effects and we select the one that is actually with this effect. Then we put it at something around 80 to 90%. Let's go with 96. So taking a look at what we have right now, it looks something like this. Now we need to have 3 cards inside it. And to get the 3 cards, we go with this one. We drag our first card down here. We just extend it to the top a bit. So we want to make sure this particular 3 cards will fit in. I'm just going to first of all drop this right here. And finally, this very one. So which means I have to extend. What I'm going to do is to actually extend this to this level right here. So once I've done that, I'm very much satiated. I can delete this first one and the second one here. Then over here, I'm going to actually maintain the rounded corner. So once done, the next thing I'm going to do right now is to make sure I use this color. So can you see it now? So let us take the outline off it. And let's go over to a rounded, or circle. Grab the circle like this here and keep the circle right here. And let's change the color to match this color. And there should be no this. So hold your control key and select. And this time around, you right click, you go ahead and group this together. So we can duplicate it and keep this right around here and duplicate this one as well. So let's change the color of this circle. Go over here and let's pick this color, or we can pick this very one here, and over here we can pick this one. So this is what we have. Nicely done. So next again is for we to actually go ahead and select this, and now we're going to drag this over here. It depends on what you want. I'm just showing you how to use the shapes we have right here to create something very beautiful. So I'm going to shift this one here like this. Then we bring this right here. So we're going to convert this to white, or still we already have this one here. You can click on this one and go over to home, click on this, and here we go. We can use the same the same formatting just like this. So once you have done this, click back on it again. This is going to be something very important. Go over to here and take on that rectangle with the rounded corner and start it from here and drag it all the way down like this. right? Once you are done, please maintain the rounded corner here. It's very important. So once done, the next thing you have to do, you can actually extend it. Depends on how you want the design to be like. So once you have done this, the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and pick up a circle. This time around, I don't care if the circle is perfectly, rounded. So I'm going to keep it somewhere around here and start rotating it to get what I want from it. So you can just extend this one to the tip. So here we go. Okay, can you see it now? So step off it, and first of all, click on this one. Hold your control key to click on this one. Now you go over here, you go to subtract, and here you have it. The next thing I'm going to do is to click on this one, and let's go with this color and take off the outline. Go over here, let's put it at 70%, and this gives you something like this, very design. If you want to actually have it go down, you can drag it. You can have a design like this. Now we can just put it at, maybe let's go with 75. So 75 here. 75 looks okay. We don't want something that pops so much, but this would give us what we want. So we can quickly go ahead and duplicate this one. So adjust it and keep it somewhere around here. Then let's go ahead and fill it up to this level. So maybe you want to have two cards here. You can drop another one below it by bringing this one over here now. So here we go. So this is it here. Now, this is just an example of what you can do. The next thing I'm going to show you right now is that if you want to have navigation for this, you can do this. Go ahead and duplicate this. So once you have this done now, you can actually click on this one and bring this one down. So once you have this one down, you can reduce this one. Then go ahead and give the color to this one and this color to this one. Then on this one here is on the focus now, so we can just make sure we make it bigger than any other part of it. So we have something like this. And over here, if this is going to be for product, you can actually move this from here to here. So look at what happens. Can you see it now? But I advise you to do this very one here. This one can be done in PowerPoint. This one here can be done in PowerPoint, but those ones should be done in Power BI. So you have this. So we're almost done. Let us look at how we can create the dark version of this. So first of all, duplicate this one. So let's go with something like as dark as this. So this is what I'm using here, this one here. So once we have this now, the next thing I'm going to do is to actually go ahead and give this one another color. Let's go over here and go with this one. This is nice. Then next again is on this one. So let's go ahead and give it somewhere around here. Beautiful, right? Okay, so we click on this one. We want to have this color. So if this color is cool, the next thing we do is just to make sure we just click and give it to this one. So click and give it to this one. Then finally click and give it to this one. Okay, we just have to give it to this one as well. So you can see this one is not properly aligned here because it's black, it's now showing up. So what we have to do is just to make sure we arrange it. Hold your control key and go back to shape format, align and distribute horizontally. Then we now have this. We can double click on this one now. And let's go with this particular color. Be consistent with the colors you are using. Over here on this one, we have to change the color to something dark. So let's bring it down a bit. So 90 will be okay. So now we have gotten the dark version created with ease. Can you see it right now? So here is this brighter version of it, dark version of it, brighter version of it, and dark version of it. It depends on what you really want, all of that. So this is how to get it done. I don't necessarily need to show you everything from A to Z, but this is what you should actually do to have, you know, this dashboard created, or this background or dashboard created. I believe you can see what we have done right here. I've shown you exactly what it is, how to use shapes. So what is important is learning how to use those particular shapes. So watch any of my videos and look at what I have done in those videos to create something beautiful for you guys. So see you in my other videos.